Hello everybody, this is going to be like quite a rare occasion of offline recording. I'm not sure how many I'm going to do for these, but I want to give out like a clear thoughts about like Golden Pack, because for the next couple of days I probably will upload like a bunch of Golden Pack games, because I'm going to do like a lot of rank grind and to trying to figure out what's happening with this pack. I'm not sure how many actually, because there's also Kilimanjaro, but that's we're going to exclude that discussion for now. But yeah, I had like a couple games today with Golden. It was like all Golden Mirror, but I was having fun with the pack. We had like a whole discussion. If you missed it, you can check it out on my Twitch. It's like there. Like quite a talk about like whether the Golden Pack is good or not. But my initial thought before today basically is that I don't like it. I don't like how it feels. And I'm accepting that it's probably because I'm very new. That's why I make that video. That's why I did that stream. But I'm trying to just like gauge what other people thinks about the pack and like what's the whole vibe. You know, like am I alone in feeling that this pack feels kind of weird and bad, or is there like any other people that is like feeling like that? So my initial thought before today, and again I'm going to also share my thoughts currently, and in the future probably something's going to change as well, but for now I kind of don't like how it feels. I kind of just like don't like how Golden Pack is played, simply because so basically the old Golden Pack, I guess I should mention the biggest changes that they make for the pack are these two. I guess there's like a bunch of other things as well, like Sackboard and Saiga is definitely also huge, but the biggest two things that I would like say that in my opinion is Baboon change and Cockatoo change. Baboon used to be 1-2, now they nerf it into a 1-1, similar stats gain as Giraffe. And Kakuto is also nerfed into like not nerf, sorry, it was like buff into highest tier friend rather than the Feint. Both of these changes actually creates like such a weird influence to the way that the pack is played. It used to be like, because Kakuto targets Feint pad, usually you just want like a good tier 3 Feint pad, and there's like a bunch of target. Nowadays even like they also changed Surgeon Fish. It used to be like before attack, now it's a Feint pad, so you can actually like target it with a possum or maybe old Cockatoo, but Cockatoo doesn't exist anymore. So yeah, you just kind of like, it feels like the pack incentivizes you to pivot, and I'm not sure if that is the design that they meant for the pack, because there's like two things that indicates that. The way that the Baboon design is like, it is made for pivot. It's like every single tier you change your buff target into like a higher tier, or like the current shop tier, right? And the same with like Lettuce as well, and the same with like Pretzel especially is like, it's double if all of your units are like tier 4 or higher, which means like this food itself is already like incentivizing the player to just like try ditching all of your like turn 5 or lower units and just try to use tier 4 and higher unit. And I'm feeling extremely uncomfortable with that. Like the way that I used to play Golden, and obviously it's Sea Lion also nerf in the sense that the base size is nerf. The way that I used to play Golden is basically spamming every single scaling unit as possible. So like Baboon, Sea Lion, Cockatoo, Manatee, and just like have a massive board. But it becomes way weaker. Those lines become way weaker because of the Baboon change. And I've been trying to, because of the Pretzel change, I've been trying to do like tier 4 lottery, where you're just trying to get like 2 tier ups on turn 5 and try to get like as much tier 4 as possible. I'm now realizing that's not really like a good way to play. I guess I've been trying this in every single pack, and every single time it's just not good. You should just like play whatever your shop do or give you, rather than trying to force something. And the reason why I don't think it's that good, because it's not good enough power spike compared to like Turtle Pack, where the tier 4 is actually pretty good power spike, like Skunk, Deer, Parrot, Whale, Penguin, Turtle. There's like a million hits that would like just immediately double your tempo or like your chances to win a round. Well, Golden doesn't really have that. Golden at least needs 2 units for the tier 4 to work effectively to try to win the round. So if you're like trying to lottery, you're just going to lose way too many life and it's not going to be good. And currently, my current thoughts is like my current theory is that yes, pretzel is still good, but the best thing that you should do in the early turns rather than lottoing is to tempo, because I have my new favorite unit, and this has been like the same thing before, and it's kind of like reintroducing myself to my old meta as well. I used to play for pretzel like a lot, but because of the cockatoo targeting faint target, I actually forced to change the way that I play, because I'm targeting like flea and weasel and betterfish and stuff like that. There's like the tier 3 feed targets. But now I can actually go back to my old ways, and that's probably the direction I'm going to go for in the future on like how I'm going to grind this. Again, my opinion is going to change in the future, but we're just like in this initial thoughts here. Yeah, I think Bob is really good. It's like basically your best scaler, right? And the more you tempo, the more life you have, you're going to just have more chances of getting Beluga or Bird of Paradise. You just have more leeway rather than trying to like gamble everything when you don't have anything. So yeah, I think my current thought, Baboon is still really good. It's basically a giraffe, but like a long range giraffe. But the only thing that you need to think about Baboon is that just to have a like constantly have a target, which there's like a million good targets every single turn. And also, yeah, that's actually something that I want to mention as well. I'm going back around and around again with Chocolate Cake, where I think Chocolate Cake is a very delicate perk that you should be very vigilant and like what you should use it on. The main like rule of thumb that people use, oh yeah, I have a Niall, I should put Chocolate Cake, this is just immediately doubles in yellow value. Well, that is good. I think the way that the Baboon and Cockatoo is built is like, and the way that I'm going to play the pack, I really like scaling. I'm going to do my usual Sea Lion, Lettuce, Baboon, Cockatoo scaling, but I would less likely to use Chocolate Click unless it's absolutely necessary, because I want my unit to actually have stats and not die immediately before attack, just because I want Chocolate Click value. Like, it's a very easy things to calculate, right? Like, let's just say you have a 8-8 Nyala, like why would you Chocolate Click an 8-8 Nyala just to get like another 8-8 on the trumpet? Like, that's the initial and the easiest math you can do, right? I think it's different for Nerfed, because Nerfed is actually like incredible with Chocolate Cake. Well, I think in comparison, Nyala can actually bridge that gap much easier than Nerfed can, which is like scaling. So yeah, I really like Silver Fox. Like I said, I really like Bird of Paradise. I think Weasel is the best tier 3, and then the second to it is going to be Surgeonfish. Because both Weasel is just really good on gaining gold and make sure that your pivot is better, and then Surgeonfish is just like an insanely good tempo option. And yeah, I'm going to play in the future to just like try to play for tempo. Also, the next thing that I also honorable mention, I should say, like I really like Cuttlefish, but I can't prove why this thing is like incredible. I think it's the same reason why every single ailment is good, but I think Cuttlefish is getting higher rank because how Flea is a tier 3, which means that you're going to be a cock from Pretzel, and Squid is also a tier 3. Not only can get a cock from Pretzel, it's actually like very hard to target with a Baboon and Cockatoo. Well, you can actually like reasonably target Cuttlefish. That's my theory. That's my initial theory. I'm not sure where I'm going to lead at the end of this like journey. But yeah, I guess as a summary, I'm going to play tempo. I'm going to play as natural as I can. I think the things that I'm going to take like a lot are Bird of Paradise and Pretzel. And I'm going to try to experiment with my tier 6s. I think Cockatoo is really good. I think Cuttlefish also have like a really good potential. Saiga, honorable mention. Having a big dog with like Fakita is actually also a very good edge as well. Also, yeah, I probably should mention Poison Dart Frog as well. This unit is very good. It's just unfortunate that level 1 is probably not going to be doing a lot, and you usually need a flea for it to work because your opponent usually have like a protective equipment that you want to remove. So he's really good, but he needs like a little bit of support usually, and I think he's like very good on its tier. Like I think this is like the perfect power level for Poison Dwarf. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to play scaling, and the whole game plan is basically revolves around Pretzel and Bird of Paradise, and everything else is Lego blocks. And that is like depending on what my opponents is going to do. So I'll see you in the future. Goodbye.